Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and yes, our prayers have been finally answered. As you guys can see here, Treyarch just announced a new weapon tuning is coming to Black Ops Cold War Season 3. Now, there's going to be an update for the LMGs, the shotguns, the FFAR1, the Krig 6, all the assault rifle barrel attachments, LMG sprint speed, and a lot more. Now, if you guys are excited for all of these new weapon changes coming, because I literally just made a video begging Treyarch to rebalance the weapons here in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, make sure you guys absolutely smash the like button on the video, man. The like goal on this video has to be 750 likes, because this is probably some of the best news we've gotten thus far leading up to Season 3. Also, let me know down in the comment section right now, for all these weapons that are going to be touched, what do you guys think needs to happen for each of these weapons? I'll be going over in detail what I think needs to happen to all of the confirmed changes coming to Black Ops Cold War Season 3 as a part of this 1.16 update. And do not forget, if you guys want to stay up to date with any and all updates, best class setups, best settings, tips and tricks, any other information around Black Ops Cold War, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and also turn on those post notifications. Now, yes, I will be making an updated 10 best class setup video as soon as the patch notes do drop, which is going to be going live tomorrow, after this update does hit. So right now we have all of the LMG, so that means the Stoner, the M60, the RPD, they are going to be getting adjusted here in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, and I am begging, literally begging, that Treyarch goes ahead and they reduce the effective damage range, they go ahead and increase the recoil, they go ahead and increase the aim down sight time, the reload speed, the movement speed, the aim down sight speed. They need to go ahead and rebalance every single LMG here in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, because they are running rampant and honestly they are slowing down the pace of the game. If you guys are playing on Nuketown, Raid, any of the small to medium sized maps, you guys know that the #1 strategy, unfortunately, is to lie down in the back of the spawn with a thermal LMG throwing smokes with Quartermaster. Obviously, that can't be happening. That cannot be the #1 meta on any map for any Call of Duty, because it just slows down the pace of the game and it promotes camping, not rushing. And in order to have a successful first-person shooter, you have to have a balance. You should not be punished for moving around the map with an SMG. You should be encouraged to actually get into more gunfights so you can actually improve at your gun skill and get better at the game. But obviously that can't be happening when people are just lying down with thermal Stoners, M60s, RPDs, and just completely just ruining the experience for everybody else. So hopefully that does happen with the light machine guns. Now, they are actually going ahead and adjusting the shotguns. Now, I wasn't even thinking about the shotguns here in multiplayer, which honestly is very good, but at the same time, what do you guys think is going to happen to the shotguns? Because I don't really run into that many shotgun players. Yes, it is annoying to get killed by the shotguns, but do you guys think the shotguns are overpowered? Personally, I don't think they're overpowered. Maybe the Street Sweeper is slightly on the overpowered end, but considering the fact that I'm not getting killed by a lot of shotguns and I don't see that many of you guys complaining about shotguns, hey, let me know down in the comment section if you guys are. I have a feeling that the shotguns might actually receive a buff within the Season 3 update, which could honestly shift the meta even more, and I'm not too sure exactly what they're going to be doing with this. I'm kind of scared to see what's going to be going on with the shotguns, but hey, you know what? Hopefully it's a step in the right direction and not the wrong direction. Now, again, the FFAR1 is getting another buff. Now, this is 100% a buff. I will be shocked if they nerf this weapon. Now, Treyarch, y'all have got to go ahead and reduce the recoil on the FFAR1 so it is more of a viable assault rifle, because realistically, there's no reason to run the FFAR over the AK-47 or the XM4. Now, something else that I've also noticed on this list, they're not touching the QBZ, which is weird because that kind of shares the same problem the FFAR1 has, where it's a fast fiery assault rifle, but it's lacking in damage and range. Now, obviously, the FFAR1 really isn't lacking in damage and range. It's just his recoil. It's kind of ridiculous. The QBZ needs a massive buff, and I hope that's kind of be, you know, in that more category where they're not going to be going ahead and announcing it now, but there is going to be some adjustments to the QBZ. I'm really praying that they're going ahead and throwing in a QBZ update here within this Cold War Season 3 update. Now the Krig 6 is actually getting adjusted again. Now the Krig 6 got buffed last update. I don't know if you guys remember. They made it a lot easier to use at longer ranges. So obviously they're going to go ahead and buff it again. I think they're trying to keep the Krig 6 in line with the XM4 and the AK-47. Now honestly, I don't think the Krig 6 is bad at all. Believe it or not, I think a lot of people like running the Krig 6 over the XM4, believe it or not. So if they make the Krig 6 even better, I think people are literally going to switch from the XM4 and just run nothing but the Krig 6. And the funny thing about the Krig 6 is it actually has better attachments than the XM4, because you can run an increased barrel attachment that goes ahead and buffs the damage, but it's not going to destroy the recoil, which is going to be a huge plus with the Krig if they do increase this weapon's range. So we're going to see what they do with the Krig. Maybe they go ahead and increase the default magazine size, because that's something they did previous Call of Duties. Maybe give it a 40 round mag by default. I think that actually would be a pretty decent buff to this weapon, honestly. But we're going to have to find out and see what they do. Also, that could be a decent buff to the FFAR. Increase its default magazine size to like 35 or something like that. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Now they're going to go ahead and adjust the assault rifle barrel attachments again. So we're going to have to go ahead and change all of our class setups yet again, because they're going to be throwing out some of the attachment values on some of these barrels. Now what I think they're going to be doing is they're probably going to be adjusting the Task Force barrel, the Reinforced Heavy barrel, as well as the Liberator barrel, or the Liberator style barrels that increase the bullet velocity on all the assault rifles. Because realistically, if you slap on the Reinforced Heavy, the Liberator barrel, or the Task Force barrel on a rifle that does not have a lot of recoil, it's practically an SMG. You can use it at close range, medium range, long range, and I think that Treyarch is noticing that guns like the XM4, the AK-47 are just better than a lot of the SMGs in this game. So I'm curious to see exactly what's going to happen. I honestly think they're going to add recoil affecting values to all of the barrels that do increase the damage as well as the bullet velocity. That's what I think is going to happen, and if they do that, that's going to be honestly a kind of a negative, because they went ahead and kind of nerfed the field agent grip on a lot of the assault rifles. So if they do go ahead and add recoil, adding factors to, you know, let's say the Reinforced Heavy and the Liberator barrel, I think the new assault rifle meta is actually going to be just completely dropping off the barrel entirely and running something else. Because realistically, if the recoil is increased on a lot of these ARs, there's going to be really no reason to have that trade-off, because it's not going to be viable, or as viable as it should be at longer ranges. Now again, this is going to tie into that LMG adjustment. They're going to have to go ahead and adjust the LMGs right, because if you make the assault rifles worse at long ranges, obviously the next best class is going to be the LMGs and potentially the tactical rifles. So a lot of things can go wrong here. I really hope they just, you know, maybe reduce the range if they're going to even nerf the assault rifle barrels, which I think is going to happen, but we're going to have to find out when the patch notes do go live. And they're going ahead and they are adjusting the SMG sprint speed, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see exactly what's going to be happening to the SMG sprint speed. Are they going to increase it? Are they going to reduce it? Because a lot of the SMGs here in Black Ops Cold War are very good as far as close to medium range combat. So I'm curious to find out what they're going to do here. I think this is going to be a buff to the SMGs. It wouldn't make sense to nerf a class based upon running and gunning when the ARs and the LMGs can do all that, especially the attack rifles. So hopefully this is going to be a massive buff to the SMGs, and obviously they have more. So let me know down in the comment section right now, what do you guys think is going to be changing within this update as far as this more category? I hope we see some more adjustments to the QBZ and potentially some more adjustments to the tactical rifles, because I think Treyarch is, you know, they're walking on thin ice right now with this assault rifle barrel attachments. I don't know if they're going to add more attachments or nerf the attachments, but that's very scary to me. So hopefully things go in the right direction. We could be seeing a tactical rifle meta. If we do, we're gonna look at another weapon balance update during the mid-season update. I can guarantee you that. So if you guys enjoyed the video and are excited for the new weapon balance update, the confirmed changes for weapon balance update, make sure you guys absolutely smash like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video, and stay on the lookout for the new updated 10 best class setups here in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. Deuces.